Hey, what's going on? It's Zobua here, and today I'm bringing you guys something special from Atlas. I'm bringing you automation. That's right, you can automatically gather resources now. This is a huge update. It wasn't here when I played last. So when you begin, you're going to want to go to your skills menu, and on the first skills page, you want to unlock the construction. It's right here. Once you have that, you go up to the construction tab, and you need to work your way all the way to the bottom. It really doesn't take that much. But once you get it, you get the advanced automation. This will let you build a stone farmhouse, a warehouse, a market, a lumber yard, a mine, and a quarry, as well as a defense tower. I'll tell you about all of those except for a market and defense tower today. I'll leave those for a different video, but these first five are just amazing and they're going to make your life awesome. So let's start by just looking at what it takes to build each of these. So for starters, a warehouse. So warehouse is your kind of central area, and I'll explain more in a second. It takes a good amount of resources. The hardest thing to get will probably be the alloy or the organic paste, in my opinion. Maybe the hide if you don't like killing things, or you're not a good fighter. A lumber mill. So lumber mill is actually pretty easy. It does take a decent amount of metal, so if you don't have metal on your island, that could be a problem. Then we have the mine. The mine, again, it's very similar to the lumber mill. The quarry, again, I think is actually identical to the mine and lumber mill. I might be wrong on that, but if not, it's definitely very, very close. And then the last one we're going to look at is actually a farmhouse. There's a stone farmhouse and a farmhouse. Both of them are great, but the stone farmhouse I think looks better, and it requires a little bit more stone. Alright, let's get started. I'll show you guys around and show you what each thing does. Alright, so the first one we're going to look at is actually the lumber yard. As you can see, it's got a saw in there and, just kind of a table saw. I think they really made it look good with the logs next to it. If we go and look inside of it at the actual inventory, you can see it's getting us wood and it's getting us thatch. What it does is it uses the fuel. We're using sulfur as coal to draw any wood or thatch from nearby. So if you stick it in a forest, it will just get an outrageous amount of it and gather it up for you. Next up is actually going to have to be our stone farmhouse. I think this thing looks fantastic. They did a great job. It's a big windmill. If you come over to the side, it's actually got a pirate flag on the side, and it's got one hanging out of the window as well. If you go inside, it actually has everything that's nearby. So it's out of fuel, but there's sulfur nearby, so it's gathering it. I'll refuel it and get it running again. It's got berries, thatch, fiber, everything nearby it picks up. How cool is that? I think this one is probably going to be my favorite out of all the automations. Next up, we're actually going to have the mine. I think this thing just looks fantastic. I mean, they put a mine cart on there on a rail. There's a giant mountain or rock that it's going into with the wheel turning so it can power everything. This one looks really, really cool. They did a fantastic job with it. They didn't pull any shortcuts. And it just, if you were to stick it in a spot that had a lot of rocks, it would actually look natural. So how cool is that? Well, now the question everybody's been waiting for. What does it actually generate us? Click on it. You'll see it just gets us an outrageous amount of metal. It would actually get us gems as well, but there aren't any gems on this island, so it's just gathering me metal. Next up is going to be the quarry. Sorry it's a little bit dark. It just kind of... The sun's really blocked by all these trees. But basically it's just a bunch of different types of rocks with a big platform above it. It's a little basic, and honestly it's my least favorite looking. But as the others do, it's just incredibly efficient and it's great to have. So if you open up this guy, it gets you all types of stone and flint. So that's great. I mean, you definitely need a lot of that. The problem is carrying it back and forth. But we have a solution to that. Alright, and here's that solution. This is what I nicknamed the Alamo. It kind of looks like the Alamo. I don't know. It's a New Mexican style house, South America, something like that. It looks fantastic. They did great with this. I just wish that you could go inside considering how many doors there are. But that's okay. So what this does is you actually stick it next to your base and it collects stuff from the nearby farms. Right now it's only showing 2 connected farms, but at certain times it goes to 3 and 4, and it kind of reaches out and grabs them as it needs, or as it sees fit. If I open it up, you'll see that we get sulfur, we get rocks, we get metal, we get wood, thatch. You get everything from all the farms that I just showed you. How great is that? And the best part is, look how much there is. There's 10,000 wood in there. What, 20,000 wood? And I mean, 21,000 wood is what I'm counting. And I just let it run for 7 hours or so. This thing's great. All the automation is great. I can't believe it. It's a game changer. The devs made it because they want you out on the ocean more. They don't want you here sitting around chopping wood and getting thatch. They want you to go out into ship battles and find treasure maps and things like that. So they figured if they add automation, then it eliminates you having to do these. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed all the knowledge I threw at you. This is Obua. Until next time, I'm out.